Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Speaker. It's some weeks away yet, but this is the last moment I will have to wish you and all members of this House and staff a very happy Easter. I hope I may do that. Easter's a joyous occasion, full of families and possibly inappropriate amounts of chocolate. I will be making Shadow Leader's legendary hot cross buns. I should say, not very much of the mix actually makes it into the oven, but that's part of the joy. It is lucky, however, Mr. Speaker, that we have several weeks to look forward to Easter, because this week has not been one of joy, I think it's fair to say, and we'll be debating tariffs later, but obviously we've had the impact of the national insurance rises, which have pushed up costs, raising inflation, making it harder than ever to hire a new employee, blocking routes into work for young people. But my question is, what on earth is happening in Birmingham? As the House will recall, the Birmingham City Council is now in the 5th week of a strike with the union Unite over bin collections. Apparently this matter concerns just a few dozen out of some 9,500 City Council employees, but, as the House has heard, 17,000 tonnes of rubbish have piled up so far, growing by a reported 900 tonnes a week. And let's not forget, Mr. Speaker, that Birmingham's bin collections were reportedly 3.5 times worse than the worst of other councils even before the strike took place. The public health implications are now so dire that the council has declared a major incident. And of course, this comes on top of 2 other recent fiascos. The Athletes' Village in Perry Bar was built by the City Council to host competitors during the Commonwealth Games. In 2022, it was never used and sold with a reported loss to taxpayers of about £320 million. Birmingham City Council tried to install a shiny new Oracle IT system. The result was a disaster whose costs are set to reach £216 million by April 2026, according to a report by academics at Sheffield University. As a city, Birmingham is technically bankrupt. It has been controlled by Labour for well over a decade. But my point is not about the council. It's about the government. The Minister for Local Government let the cat out of the bag in his statement on this topic on Tuesday. He said Birmingham's waste service has been in urgent need of modernisation and transformation for many years. Practices in the waste service have been the source of one of the largest equal pay crises in modern history, resulting in costs of over £1 billion to the residents of Birmingham. This situation simply cannot continue. The Prime Minister went further in his own remarks yesterday, saying the situation in Birmingham is completely unacceptable. But neither the Minister nor the Prime Minister has yet offered any criticism at all of Unite, whose action is the cause of all this rotting refuse in the streets. Unite was Labour's biggest union donor before the general election, giving £553,900 to a total of 86 MPs, although not to the Leader of the House, I am very pleased to say. Does the Leader think there could be any relationship between the government's reluctance to call out Unite now on this disastrous situation in Birmingham and the £500,000 in donations that its MPs have just received? Now, some members of this House may see this whole situation as eerily reminiscent of the 1970s, and especially Labour's winter of discontent in 1978-9, when striking bin men caused refuse to pile up across major cities, including Birmingham. But my worry is not about the past, it's about the future. Labour consistently backed public sector union strikes when they were in opposition, a point the Prime Minister conveniently forgot to mention yesterday. Now they are in power, however, they have thrown money at the unions hand over fist with little or no negotiated improvements. Let's not forget that Northern Rail have even said their union agreements require them to use fax machines in dealing with the unions. There is a very serious point here, Mr. Speaker. At this moment, the government is abolishing NHS England and taking direct control of the NHS itself. Does anyone seriously think that a government that is incapable of calling out its union donors over bin collections will have any ability at all to withstand pressure from the same and other union donors on the NHS? What will that do to cost control and productivity, to public spending and to inflation? I would be grateful if the Leader could reflect on these issues in her remarks.